What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. It's a Sports Web here on a Monday night, a home run derby night, where I have some good news and I have some bad news. The good news is that hopefully you're watching the home run derby. The bad news is that I don't know how to watch the home run derby because I can't get it on my television. I guess Netflix is carrying it tonight. No ESPN. No Major League Baseball Network, nothing. So you will have to keep me up to date on Junior Caminero and if he can win the contest tonight. So we'll talk Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We'll get your Rays thoughts. You'll give me updates. Whenever I get tired of you, then I will let you go. 3 things to start out the show. Bring the passion, bring your excitement, just don't bring any nonsense. Once again, I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And of course, for Go Bucs fans, fans of the sports web, the Tampa Bay sports fan overall, it's your time here on a Monday night. I don't quite understand this at all. No understanding of how the home run derby is on Netflix. Please, somebody explain that to me. What did that happen? I guess I'm in the dark at this point. I guess I'm in the dark. So we will talk about Baker Mayfield because there was an injury update today. We'll get into that. We'll also go into Lavonte David. Is he coming back to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? I'll give you the short answer, no, but he definitely talked about Reuben Bain Jr. And then, as always, we'll take your phone calls. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. It's just me and you tonight. That's it. No guests, phone calls, reading comments. Hopefully you give to the content if you like the content. Facebook stars are open. YouTube super chats are open as we're live there on Instagram, TikTok, I guess. I don't know what the heck they're doing. Who knows what they're doing half the time. We're live on YouTube and, of course, Facebook and Twitter, all those great platforms. Of course, if you don't know, you should. It's every day. This is my newest baby. It's called Bucs Latest, 10 to 15 minutes of daily Tampa Bay Buccaneer content on YouTube at 11 a.m. If you haven't liked and subscribed yet, Bucs fans, what are you waiting for at this point as we give you all kinds of Bucs information?
Wait up, little boy. Wait up.
On your favorite quarterback in Baker Mayfield. We also have to let you know there's some breaking news here. You ready? Here's the breaking news. It is July 13th, and Todd Bowles is still your head coach.
It's exciting.
It is exciting, Todd. Absolutely exciting. That's not breaking news. Well, that's the kind of news you get. That's the kind of attitude that I have Monday through Friday, 10 to 15 minutes on YouTube. And, of course, like and subscribe to the newest Facebook page, Bucs Latest. If that wasn't enough, of course, we will be a part of this. Have been promoting this on the show. We'll promote this more and more because it's coming up on September 19th. The Tampa Bay Sports Collectors Expo already announced. Ian Beckles will be out there. James Wilder Jr., Kenny Shaw from the Florida State Fairgrounds. So a couple months away. Get out there. Be a part of the evolution of sports talk television. Got a surprise. Went back to AT&T. My friends there at Gun Highway, thank you very much for taking care of me as always, as I decided to switch from a consumer account to a business account. I mean, you might as well, right? As my phone is going off at this point. I have no idea why it's going off, but it is. So because we use the phone for not only personal reasons, but for web ads and for Tampa Bay sports fans. So what happens is that the internet actually gets upgraded. So that's actually a really good thing at this point. So the internet gets upgraded, and that means that we have better Wi-Fi. So hopefully we will have that out at our remotes, which we haven't announced yet, but we will very soon. Our tailgates, and of course events like the Tampa Bay Sports Collectors Expo. If that wasn't enough, thanks a lot to the Carter Agency for allowing me to be on TikTok, sort of, I guess, if they haven't kicked me off or restricted me because they don't like the music. I don't know what this is, guys. This music is from StreamYard. You can't copyright music if you're allowed to use it. I don't understand this. Again, it's like, talk to me like I'm an 8-year-old. Why is the Home Run Derby contest on Netflix, and why does TikTok and all these stupid media platforms continue to copyright me when this is not copyrighted music? I'm just saying. All right, the main sponsor of the show, that would be Up the Block Barbershop. You don't have to go far. It's Up the Block Barbershop, 4946 Moog Road in Holiday, Florida. Whether you want a haircut, a beard trim, a fade, they got you covered. All the great barbers there, including my favorite one, Ricky. Go see him and tell him the Rolex reporter, Peter Blake, sent you. So there you go. So enough of the advertisements. We'll just read comments at this point. As always, we'll take phone calls as I'm actually watching MLB Network, the 96 All-Star game there in Philadelphia, which, by the way, 31 years to the day. I don't know if you guys knew this, and I always tell this great story here. How I met TJ Reeves, right? How I went to my first Major League Baseball game. I did a March Madness recap. I won tickets to a Legends game. My legend at the time was George Foster. They had George Foster, George Brett. I thought George Brett was going to win the Home Run Derby contest. This was out Al Ling Stadium when they had the Legends game a long time ago, 1995. 31 years ago. I'm not joking. I was 17. So I win these tickets. My legend is George Foster. If he wins the home run derby contest, I win all expense paid trip to the All-Star game there in Texas, where the hotel's paid for, the plane's paid for, everything is paid for. My first time on a plane, first time to a baseball game. And of course, what happens? George Foster wins. I had no idea who Foster was at the time. I had no idea. He's a great player. So that's how I originally met TJ Reeves. The first baseball game that I ever went to was an All-Star game 31 years ago. True story. Enough about me. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about your thoughts here. This came out today from various reports. Let's go into the Adam Schefter stuff really quick, because this is an update on the Baker Mayfield situation. He was on the Pat McAfee show. He says they've had talks before the Buccaneers have made an offer. It wasn't what Baker was thinking. Obviously, he himself said that they weren't close and that they wanted to get a deal done by the start of camp. We have no deal this season. So I always think this is a window now to the starting of camp. The first few days at camp, teams want to work out extensions. I think they'll see a bunch of extensions get done here in the coming weeks for players that are worthy of them, for teams that want to keep certain guys. I would think the Buccaneers will definitely be working to try to get a deal done with Baker. We'll see what the two sides can come up with, an agreement, a compromise, a value where they weren't close before. There's some ground to make up now, but both sides, I think, would like to see if they can get something done. That's from Adam Schefter. Same thing can be said about Vita Vea. Nothing is new at this point. So you got a couple of weeks away from the start of training camp, so we'll see what the Bucs do. And then the other news today, and this from Evan Klowski of WTSP Channel 10. I think I'm pronouncing his name right. Evan Klowski. Baker Mayfield dealt with a sprained MCL and PCL for most of the season, starting in Houston for week 2. He got an opportunity to watch quarterbacks, which also was on Netflix. So maybe I should invest in Netflix here in the next couple of days, as the home run derby is still on Netflix.
That's great enough to suck right there.
And so is the quarterback series. So I may have to invest some money into Netflix. He also had this to say. He had a bone bruise in that Houston game, which was aggravated against the Lions. On a scale of 1 to 10, the knee pain was 7 around the Patriots contest after the bye week. There was also some sort of tendon injury in his bicep sustained in the Jets game. The bruising was gnarly. He wore an arm sleeve to cover it up. Later in the year, he suffered an AC joint injury against the Rams, which we knew. Baker played with a multitude of injuries in 2025, and it took a toll on him towards the end of the year. You'll see the behind-the-scenes work he puts in to get his body back to practice on Wednesdays. The takeaway quote from Baker: "Pain is miserable, but toughness shows how bad you want something." With these reports coming out today, with the reported Baker injuries, because we heard this from Lavonte David a couple months ago, how he said that Baker was a tough quarterback and he was, dealing with all these injuries. Does it change your opinion of Baker Mayfield in the second half of the year? Put the comments there in the box or get on the phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. So let's go out to the commenters here, the webheads. Let's go out to Tim. What it is, Peter Blake. How about them Bucs, baby? How about those Bucs? Yeah.
Wait up, little boy.
Bucs.
Wait up.
How about those Bucs? How about those Bucs?
Fire the cannon.
How about those Bucs? Couple weeks away from the start of training camp. I can't wait. Steve Stanfield says Bucs are looking ready for camp. Got the depth on DL, OL, wide receiver, etc. Bucs will see who's available to sign in a few weeks. Roster cut down day. Would NFL consider 2 preseason games to help reduce injuries? I think it's certainly a possibility, but if you reduce the preseason games, you know what comes next, right? You know the boogeyman that's right around the corner. That means you're adding games to the regular season. All right. So without further ado, I asked a question. I get a response. That's how it works here on the sports web. Let's go out to Abraham leading it off. Abraham, welcome to the Evolution here on a Monday night.
What's up? What's up?
I am still perplexed. Big time word there that the home run derby is on Netflix, and that I don't understand why it's not on ESPN or MLB Network. They're showing.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous. I mean, fans are missing.
Are you
a
watching?
lot of
Is
things.
anybody
Everybody
watching?
is not going to subscribe to Netflix to see the home run derby. I mean, what kind of?
Can anybody tell me what's going on right now in the home run derby contest? I'm completely in the dark. Give me some updates here. Are you watching the home run derby?
No, because I'm not paying for Netflix.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see. There you go.
But the thing is, you want to I just want to add to that. I've been saying all along that Baker was playing hurt, and he had multiple injuries. I had a suspicion because it's not just one. The way he's been playing, he was covering it up, and now the truth comes to light. I'm not making excuses. I'm telling the facts. And some guys want to say that I'm just making excuses. No, he was playing hurt.
I heard somebody today say, well, Josh Allen was playing with the broken foot. We're tired of the excuses. Okay, Josh Allen also turned the ball over how many times in the playoff game, by the way, and then also got a coach fired. I don't understand this. Like, you got to understand what's the difference between Josh Allen and Baker Mayfield at this point. There's really no difference besides the fact of, yes, Allen's a little bit more talented at this point, but he's won absolutely nothing compared to Baker Mayfield. And then on top of it, the team around Josh Allen, most likely, we know this, most likely, the defense is most likely better than what the Bucs had the last couple of years, right?
Yeah, let me tell you something. Okay, the first half of the season, the Bucs, with an injured Baker Mayfield and a hobbled offensive line, they were 6-2. And the injuries just kept piling up, and they collapsed. You could see the way he was playing that he was not right, and there was something not right. And now the truth comes to light. So imagine if we got a healthy offensive line. Now you got a reloaded defense, and you got probably a way better offensive coordinator. Let's see what the finished product is on the field this season, and we'll talk.
It would be nice to get to that season at this point, because I'm kind of tired of trying to sell everybody on Baker Mayfield being hurt, and so it's an injury and it's an excuse and it's exaggerated for contract negotiations and all this other stuff. It's coming out from his mouth from the season last year from this quarterback documentary that's on Netflix. I know it's crazy because people go, well, this is exaggerated, but the defensive leader last year, Lavonte David, talked about Baker Mayfield. We've heard throughout the season, Jason Line and Todd Bowles talk about Baker Mayfield going through these injuries. I don't understand why he would, what would he gain by making up injuries at this point? And people go, well, you should have sat him down for the greatness of Teddy Bridgewater. Did you see how Bridgewater played against the Rams? Did you see him play throughout the season? Obviously, the Bucs didn't have a lot of confidence.
Bridgewater is the reason that we lost Jalen McMillan for a good part of the season last year.
Right.
I mean, I'm not too happy about that Bridgewater throw that just put Jalen McMillan.
Right. He
messed up, almost permanently left him mess up his playing career. So I was really not too happy about that. But yeah, I mean. Yeah, I'm happy we got another couple of good backups. I mean, better than Bridgewater. But people. I mean, you know what? Fire Todd Bowles, Baker sucks. All right, you guys are not real fans. You ain't gone through the Jameis era. You ain't gone through so many different quarterbacks. Since the Super Bowl has been a big long drought. The first Super Bowl.
Right.
So these guys are not real fans because they're only fans when they're winning, but. When things, now Mike Evans is gone, I'm not a fan anymore. So, you know what?
Were you ever a fan in the first place?
Behind him.
Were you ever a fan in the first place? If you decide to stop watching a team after one player leaves after 12 years of being with that team and being successful and winning a Super Bowl, what kind of fan are you? I'm just saying, what kind. Go be a 49er fan. If you like Josh Allen, go be a Buffalo Bills fan. Root for them. Go up there. Go. Leave. Go away. God, this is...
Go away.
Yes, TJ. Exactly. Go away. Go be a Bills fan. Go be... I don't know. Who's another quarterback that they love? Justin Herbert. He's He's won exactly 0 playoff games. 0.
That's good enough to suck right there.
And yet he's looked at as a top quarterback in the National Football League. Somebody has to explain this to me. Dak Prescott, $60 million quarterback, has won nothing at this juncture. Nothing. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm just saying the fan base needs to just grow up and just stop being so petty. You know, we made it 3 like so many playoffs.
Yeah.
And we're not like a 2-win team or a 1-win team or a 4-win team that doesn't make the playoffs. We were close. Just had a collapse last year.
Yes.
I mean, it was just a collapse. I mean, now truth came to light. You had an injured quarterback. You had a decimated offensive line. You had a decimated team.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and in spite of that, they managed to win 8 games. I commend them, but I expect a better product on the field this year. I know that.
Well, you got to have a better product this year because everybody is under pressure at this point. You definitely would think Todd Bowles, Jason Light, Baker Mayfield. A lot of the contracts they sign are 1-year contracts. You know, Ashawn Robinson, here's a player who's come in, provided veteran leadership, who has a lot to prove, getting paid $10 million for 1 year. He has to prove himself. He has to prove that he has value to this defensive line, that he can provide depth and provide some nastiness and an edge. Appreciate the time here, Abraham. Use the second call if you want to. All right, my friend?
Yeah. I went to the Trop today. Get me some Rays gear and go Rays.
Go Rays, buddy. Go Rays. All right. So let me move on to Corey here. Corey, welcome to the evolution of Sports Talk Television. The question of the night with this Baker report of the injury situation that he went through, which is multiple injuries. Again, sprained MCL, PCL for most of the season starting in Houston in week 2. Also had a bone bruise in the Houston game, was aggravated against the Lions, had a knee pain in the Patriots contest, also had some tendon injury in his bicep, and also had AC joint injury. Does this change your opinion of Baker Mayfield in the season he had last year? Welcome to the evolution.
On the offensive line injury changed my opinion. I mean, nobody go through the full season healthy, fully healthy. So everybody had injuries, man. You lost Cody Mack. Cody Mack is pretty good as a offensive guard, man. Right. And who else you lost? You lost Worse a little bit.
Yep. Luke
and
Adekey.
then you lost. Didn't you lose Brennerson for some time too?
You lost Ben Bredesen, you lost Cody Mauch, you lost Luke Adekey, you lost Tristan Wirfs, and I think
Gedeke, yeah. So it was more the line to me than more than anything. You know, Baker good. He can make every throw. Sometimes he got to get out that gunslinger mentality, that scramble drill thing. But I mean, he the best quarterback we got right now in the NFC South. To me.
I agree with that. I completely agree with that. By the way, Bleacher Report says that the Atlanta Falcons will finish last with their quarterback situation, not the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In fact, they say the momentum is on the side of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to turn it around because of both sides of the ball being improved this offseason. So there you go. So the Atlanta Falcons.
Right. So, I mean, they need to, go ahead and get a deal done or whatever the Glazers know more about it than me, you know what I mean? But I would go ahead and get a deal done. I mean, he's still pretty young. I mean,
how much you going to pay him?
What you going to hit your horses to, man? I mean, I think they like that boy out of Kansas. He ain't ready yet, though.
Well, they like him a lot. He may be a future player. It may be a couple of years down the road. He's a developmental guy, but they definitely like him. They like Jake Browner as a backup. He's a backup because he had 70 games started, but they don't like him as a starter. He ain't no starter. I shake my head to Bucs fans when they go, get rid of Baker, move on. Move on to who? We don't have a name. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
There's no name.
Who you going to hit your horse to, man?
The player to be named later that the Rays always trade for cash considerations with their previous ownership. That's what it is. Player to be named later. We don't know. Quarterback is just get Baker out of here. That's all. Just get him out of here. You don't need a good quarterback. You don't want somebody who's 95 touchdowns, 37 interceptions. No. You don't want somebody who's gonna fight through injuries. You want a guy that's gonna be on the bench in street clothes all year long. You can play Teddy Bridgewater, play where you want. Or you can stink because then you can get a chance to get one of these top quarterbacks that there's no guarantee, again, that they're going to work out. By the way, let me correct myself. Jalen Hurts has not won 2 Super Bowls. He's won 1 Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes
he done went to 2, right? Hurts went to 2, right?
He went to 2.
Yeah.
He lost one against Kansas City.
I mean, the Eagles got like the best offensive line in the world.
Right, offensive line, Saquon Barkley got a good defense. I mean, it's crazy how that works. Like people go, well, Josh Allen, he's such a great quarterback. You look at the numbers, compare him to Baker the last couple of years, very comparable. What's the difference? Well, it's win-loss record. Bucs fans, win-loss record. That's what it comes down to. We're not winning anything with Baker Mayfield. You're not winning anything with your defense, not being able to stop anybody. You're not winning anything with all the injuries you had across both sides of the ball.
That's mostly what it was, the injuries, man. I'm gonna be truthful with you, man.
Right.
And then like you putting in all these missing parts in, and you trying to plug and play, and they not getting any kind of continuity, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about continuity, consistency at this point. Are you watching the home run derby contest, by the way?
Oh, no. I ain't been watching.
We got an update here from Rob DePrez from Crew Life. He said that Junior Caminero has 12 home runs at this point. So 12 home runs. So we'll see if our guy there, Mr. Junior Caminero, 28 home runs. How big
that field? What they playing at? How big that field?
They're playing in Philly at this point. That stinking place called Philadelphia.
That's great enough to suck right there.
Huh?
You know the length of their field? Are they outfield?
I mean, it's the same ballpark. I mean, I don't know the proper all dimensions at this point, but most likely it's a launching point at this juncture with Caminero and what he's been able to do the last couple of years. Remember, he was second last year in the home run derby contest, and what he's been able to do lately, 28 home runs coming out of nowhere. I mean, just hitting the ball out of the ballpark. He's on a pace at this point. It's just amazing. And I hear Rays fans, you better sign him. You better not get rid of him. Or somebody said, you need to trade him.
Rays fan, the farm league, man. We build players up.
No, you're not anymore. I mean, when you got good ownership, the last 6 months, of ownership has been far better than the last 15 years of ownership. So if you got an ownership group that's going to get a new stadium, which most likely they're going to get a new stadium, or they're going to get that new revenue, you're not going to have to worry about not getting an extension done with Junior Caminero and your young players. You're not going to have to trade them off. And who wants to trade off your base of your franchise in the first place? I mean, just some asinine comments from Rays. Oh, you need to trade them. Trade them for what? What are you talking about? I'm just ornery tonight. Like I feel like the man get off the grass a guy tonight. That's how I feel, because the fans on social media just bug the living piss out of me with some of the things they say. Like the guy, we're tired of the excuses. We are tired of the excuses. Excuse is not injury. An injury is a definite thing that's going to hinder you from playing well. It's amazing. Like Josh Allen, everybody's like, well, he played with a broken foot. How many turnovers did he have in that game versus Denver that he lost? Did he get his coach fired? I mean, well, you play with a broken foot. Okay, maybe that's a reason why he wasn't so effective.
I mean, Josh Allen won the same thing as Baker Mayfield.
They won nothing. They won absolutely nothing. Justin Herbert, same thing. Hasn't won a playoff game. I continue to go back and forth to people. Back and forth. Why do you like Justin Herbert? Well, he's got the look. Well, what's the look? Well, he's a big quarterback. He puts up good numbers. What has he won? Nothing. Keep the same energy when you're talking about Baker Mayfield. Well, we're not going anywhere with Baker Mayfield as the quarterback. The
arm talent. Baker got better arm talent too.
Like I said, just got to stay off social media sometimes.
Hey, let me throw you this.
Yes, go for it.
I'm looking for. I think Lavonte David should have a bounce back year, man.
Well, that's you are in the minority, my friend, because Bleacher Report actually thinks he could be the biggest bust. We'll get into that in just a little bit.
They think he ain't gonna make the 53.
And they think that they don't think too highly of Mr. Savasier Dennis. Past the Cavassier, maybe passing him, they may be cutting him. So we'll get into that in a little bit. Yes.
I was thinking like him and Trotter on run down, first downs, and then they bring in Anzalone on the pass down. You know what I mean?
All right, we got an update here. Here's your update. I feel like we should have update music, but I'm afraid to play that because the social media platforms will come and get me as they're listening to my show right now, listening to me play music. So I'll go ahead and give you the update music. Boop, 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 boop. That's the best I can do. Thank you. Junior Camanero's made it to round 2 there. So there you go for Rays fans. Because I definitely planned. I definitely planned this out so well. I thought I was going to be able to watch the home run derby contest. We're going to have a good time and talk about it. And it's on friggin' Netflix. You got to be joking.
That's good enough to suck right there.
Wow.
Yeah,
oh,
Netflix.
Man, everything about the money, man.
All about the money. All about the money, my friend. It's all about the money. All right, Corey.
Man.
Anything else?
Man, I'm going to let somebody else get it, man.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
But hey, this year will be better. We got depth. We got better depth this year.
I agree, my friend. You got to give me all right, we'll run. Use the second call, all right? All right.
All right.
Let's go out to Sun Devil Dave here. I think he's about to give me the update. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted for that. That's a Sun Devil tune there. I'm doing good. I'm aggravated at this point.
I know you are. Hey, thank you for wasting my time. Goodbye forever.
Yes, exactly.
Happy Monday.
Thank you. Happy Monday to you. Mondays are never a good day for me, by the way.
I'm happy though. I'm happy on.
I mean, I did well.
I am on Netflix, and the reason I'm on Netflix, I have Raw. I got to watch Raw.
Well,
so yeah, I'm watching Home Run Derby as we speak. So yeah, Junior's in the second round.
How's he
I think Schwarber just made it to the second round.
Okay. Former Philadelphia.
Harper only got like 9 homers.
Oh, good.
They changed the rules where they only get 20 swings. It's not a timer anymore.
Oh, no timer anymore. So 20 swings.
So it's 20 swings, but on the 20th swing, if you get a homer, then you continue to keep going. You get like 4, so you don't get a homer. So you get, if you get hot, you get like 5 more, homer. And then once you don't get a homer, then it ends. So the 20th string's kind of like that extra bonus kicker.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens. My boy PCA decided not to be in the Derby, which is kind of shocking. He's like a second-year player, one of the hottest commodities out there for young kids. But I think the White Sox guys in there and a couple other rookie kids are in there as well.
Mm-hmm.
With Schwarber. A lot of guys don't like to do it because it says it messes up their swing, all this other nonsense. So
true. It's true. That's absolutely true.
Can we talk about Baker and the second coming of Christ, Josh Allen, tonight?
Sure, we can absolutely do that. I was told it's all on
Absolutely.
social media today that we're tired of the excuses and that Josh Allen played with a broken foot. So
really? Well, Baker, I guess, played with a sprained MCL, though, right? ACL.
He played with more than that. Played with the MCL, PCL,
shoulder,
AC joint, knee.
Right.
We heard oblique.
Absolutely.
I mean, multiple injuries, bone bruise. I mean,
absolutely.
The guy's a gamer, man. He's going out there trying to play.
Walter Payton had like 103-degree fever, puking his guts out, rushed for 275 yards.
Right.
He used to play with broken toes and cracked ribs. And he still had like 14,000 yards overall. So look, they always play hurt. I wanted to go over that little. Remember, I sent that nice little Yahoo Reddit thing.
You did send me that, but it was
I got it here.
It's a little bit older though. Did you update that?
It's 2023 and 2024.
Okay, you didn't put the 2025 stats in there though.
But okay, you know what? Let's just. I jumped over my Chat GPT buddy. So let's talk about second coming of Christ, his playoff turnover ratio. Josh Allen, 15 playoff games. I believe he's 8-7. We talked about that. 6 picks.
Yes.
Now, 4 lost fumbles, but I think he leads. I think him and Brady are tied with the most fumbles. I think he has 14 or 15 fumbles. He only lost 4, but still 10 total turnovers.
Right.
Our boy Baker, only 5 playoff games, 2 picks, 1 lost fumble, and total of 3 total turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Lamar Jackson has 11 turnovers. He had 4 fumbles and 7 picks as well.
Wow, there you go. 2-time MVP.
But looking
still
at,
hasn't won anything.
Yeah, but looking at as far as TD turnover ratio, Baker's as 9 TDs, 3 total turnovers. So again, with the money that spent Josh Allen $62 million over 3 years. I mean per year, right? Baker is averaging what we said, $25 million a year.
Right.
I think that as far as where they've gone, I know that a lot of people say, well, he was 15 seconds away, from Super Bowl. Well, it almost counts in only, right? Horseshoes and hand grenades.
Well, that's
Doesn't
not
matter.
his fault. I mean, that was the defense's fault. But you're exactly right.
Right.
People,
right.
And
he say, well, and then Brett and all these guys said, well, he's got he's a better rusher, he's overall player. I take Baker. I take Josh Allen. Of course, he had the number 1 rushing offense, I think, in the last couple of years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if Baker had a number 1 rushing offense, And again, with the turnover ratio, there was a guy named Sam Darnold who led the league with 20 total turnovers, and he won a Super Bowl.
Right.
And he was on his 4th team as a franchise player.
Well, there you go.
So again, we talk about it ad nauseum. I know you guys are sick of it, but again, there's no other viable options. There's no one out there in free agency. The only people that were late first round, early second round picks that actually became anybody in the last 20 years were, of course, Jalen Hurts and Lamar Jackson.
Right.
Everyone else were busts.
Right.
So unless you want to tank the season and try to go after whatever Manning's nephew, whatever, Archie, whatever his name is, Arch.
Yes, Arch.
And again, we don't know how these guys. It's a crapshoot. We don't know who's gonna, come out, whether it's Mitchell Trubisky or Justin Fields and all the other.
Hey,
Bears
can you stand by for a moment? I got another Chicago.
Okay. I'll let you go, but I'll let you go. I'll call you on Wednesday. Thank you for wasting my time. Goodbye forever.
All right, man. I appreciate you. Let me go ahead and call back. I don't want to call him back. I want to call back Travis Feely of Rocket Sports and Entertainment. You may be able to help us out here on what's going on. So we'll get Travis Feely on, see what's on his mind, because he called and called and called. Travis Feely of Rocket Sports and Entertainment. Welcome to the Sports Web. What's on your mind tonight?
Are you actually on the show?
Yeah,
doing the show, or do you still need to find the information?
No, I'm doing the show. I mean, I know where the home run. I know you have to text me where the home run derby is at this point, because we made a whole brouhaha about it at the beginning of the show. First, Travis, why is the home run derby on Netflix in the first place? Why is it not on ESPN? Why is it not on MLB Network? I'm watching the 96 All-Star game on MLB Network 30 years ago. That's what I'm watching. So text me if you have those that information to where I can find the home run derby. But we know Junior Caminero moved on to the second round here, the Tampa Bay Ray that everybody's rooting for tonight. Anything on your mind, my friend?
Actually, well, I just turned it on, Pete, because I just got back from having dinner. But yes, I can send you that information. But it's all about money, and I don't really get. I guess kids don't really watch regular TV anymore. I don't even know if they watch ESPN. But it would be nice for you being an old guy that you'd be able to find it.
Yes.
You're much older than I am.
Very old,
Pete,
very, very old, and very upset tonight. I feel like the old man, get off my grass, man, tonight, as I'm yelling at Bucs fans about telling me on social media today with Baker Mayfield and all these reported injuries. By the way, the quarterback series is on Netflix. I may have to invest in Netflix to watch this. But he's dealing with an MCL, PCL last year, starting in week 2 against Houston. He had knee pain, which was around a 7 against the Patriots. He had a tendon injury, bicep, and I heard from somebody today, I'm tired of the excuses, but Josh Allen had a broken foot, still played through it. I don't think it's fair to compare both of these quarterbacks, but if you're going to compare both of these quarterbacks, first, they both have won nothing at this juncture. Second, Josh Allen got his coach fired. And third, the reason for that broken foot, he had lots of turnovers versus the Denver Broncos. I'm just saying, keep the same energy, Bucs fans, if you're talking about
first and foremost. I don't think Josh Allen got his coach fired. I think the coach got himself fired. Grand scheme of things. And yes, did Josh play out of his mind the last couple games this year? That's questionable. But the guy over the course of his career has been rock solid. So we got a good connection, Pete. I'm getting a little bit of feedback.
No, we're good, man. We're good. We're very good. Yes.
Sounds good. And it's, I guess with the whole Netflix thing, they're trying to drive the kids to Netflix. The kids love Netflix, I guess, but I don't know, it's all about money. If MLB is getting more money to put this thing on Netflix, but they're losing eyes, well, that's an issue. That's an issue. That's a problem. But they keep saying they're trying to grow the game by changing the rules and move the game up quicker, which I personally enjoy. Then keep the game on Fox. The usual baseball channel is Fox. Why wouldn't you have this on? Unless the numbers play out that over the last few years that the home run derby hasn't been drawing eyes to it, and then who knows? They probably have like Family Feud or something stupid on Fox right now instead.
They got Family Feud.
I think they have like the Globetrotters on some
Globetrotters
game
right
show
now
right now
versus who are they playing right now? What was the name of the team? The Washington. I'm so old. I should know this. So what was it? Was it
Washington Generals?
Washington Generals.
No, they're not.
Yes.
It's not. I don't know. It's some kind of game show, Pete. It's some kind of format like Family Feud or something. You got the Harlem Globetrotters, but I digress.
Oh, nice.
If are the Bucs now saying that Baker Mayfield is an eggshell and they're not going to pay him the money, or where is this all stemming from?
Well, this is coming back from the quarterback series. We heard from Lavonte David a couple months ago, who's the defensive leader of this team, say that Baker was playing through injuries. Jason Light, Todd Bowles has said the same thing. I think right now what's going on is a bunch of negotiation, right? The Bucs want to go to a certain figure. Baker feels like he deserves to be paid over $50 million. He may be right. His numbers are very comparable to some of the quarterbacks that are getting paid in front of him. He had 95 touchdowns, 37 interceptions the last 3 years for the Bucs. He's outplayed that contract, no doubt about it. Well, a lot of people will say, well, the winning record, the wins and losses, the turnovers, that should play a factor in it. Well, then if you're going to say that, then also say coaching plays a factor in it. Defense plays a factor in it. At points last year, your defense was giving up 28 points a game. That's why your quarterback is probably trying to do too much. Plus, you had a rookie offensive coordinator. There's multiple things that you could say about the offense last year struggling. It's not just all on one player, but for some reason, Bucs fans, some media feels like, this guy is what he is. And I'm just not about that. I think he's been stunted by not having a consistent offensive coordinator throughout his career. There's no doubt about that. That's happened in Tampa Bay. When he had an offensive coordinator in Liam Cohen, he put up 41 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. He's one of the top quarterbacks in the league. And again, you look at his numbers and compare them to the players that are being paid in front of him, he definitely has a point of emphasis. Now, where the Bucs are trying to go is, where's the middle ground at this juncture? Is it 47? Is it 51? What makes both parties at this point happy? And then furthermore, they also have the Vita Vea situation, which he also wants a contract bump, and you have to get this done in the next 2 to 3 weeks before training camp starts. So there is some drama here, and my question for the night is for Bucs fans. And some fans agree. Some people think it's it's exaggerated for negotiations. But Baker Mayfield dealing with all these injuries that he had last year, does it change your opinion of him and his play last year in the second half? I think it has to.
Well, first of all, if he's on the field, then he's good enough to play. Right. Because if he was that injured, he wouldn't be on the field. Okay. Well, it is a little bit different. It is a little bit different with football and hockey. These guys are warriors and they play through some injuries. But I think the Bucs have a decent argument, and I also think Baker has a decent argument. If Kyle Trask would have played out a little bit better, then the Bucs would have a little bit more room to move around. But at this point, Baker's got one more year on his deal, right, Pete?
Yeah, I mean, after this year, he's getting paid $40 million this year, and then he's going to be a free agent next year. So we'll see how it works. And still, the Bucs have the leverage at this point because they can franchise tag him, both years. So it's not like he's going to leave and he's going to get upset. And Mike Florio was coming out the other day on Pro Football Talk saying, you're playing a dangerous battle here. This is tricky. You may piss off Baker Mayfield. I think Baker Mayfield loves the Tampa Bay community. I think he loves the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for taking a chance on him. But I also feel like he wants to be paid fairly. And I think all of us are like that when we do our jobs, no matter what we're doing. That's how we want to go about it in business. It's business. That's what it's about. And I think the thing that I get from a lot of Bucs fans, they want to move on to a quarterback in the top 10 or top 15. I don't think this team is bad enough to get one of those top quarterbacks.
Move on.
Yeah.
Move on. What, you want to be relegated to being a third or fourth place team in your division and not sniffing the playoffs for the next couple of years?
You're a Bears fan.
Other teams,
you know this.
The other teams in the division are getting better.
Right.
And, with Mike Evans, granted, say what you want about Mike Evans, but Mike Evans leaving the team, that's a little, that's going to hurt a little bit here, right? And who are you going to bring in? If you lose Baker Mayfield, at least in the next couple of years, they're going to have to franchise him because there's nobody ready to compete. And what do Buc fans want? They want to compete. They don't want to sit there and look back. And hey, this all gets washed away if Todd Bowles isn't the head coach of the football team anymore, because of the fact Todd Bowles was the key catalyst and factor to why this team didn't make the playoffs last year, by playing not to lose instead of playing to win. And you saw that with Mike Evans last year being all pissed off on the sideline. Why do you think Evans didn't want to come back here? Why do you think Evans wanted to go and play out in San Francisco? Because he wants to play for an offensive-minded head coach, an offensive-minded, obviously, offensive coordinator. And by them, letting these OCs go on a regular basis, there's no consistency. And if you don't have consistency across the board in the NFL, you're not going to win.
Well, you're exactly right, but that's not Todd Bowles' fault that you get a job. Dave Canales gets a job with, being a head coach with the Carolina Panthers. There's only 31 of those. So,
well, you know what you do, Pete? You get rid of Todd Bowles because the proof's in the pudding. You get rid of Todd Bowles and you move Dave Canales up to or Liam Cohen up to head coach.
I guess I don't know if that was the plan in the first place. They didn't want to do it. It didn't happen. And of course they thought they had Cohen, signed for the highest, richest offensive coordinator contract. And he decided to go to Jacksonville and take the coaching job. I understand.
Why wouldn't you go?
Why wouldn't you go?
Because now if you're Cohen, you're playing the waiting game.
Right.
When are they going to get? Yes, I'm making the most money as an OC.
Sure.
But when are they going to get rid of Bowles? When am I going to be able to step up? So Jacksonville, with the cons, step up and give the guy the bag.
Sure.
You can't look back at Cohen and get upset with him because he's getting what he wants. He wants a head coaching job. And we've seen it over the last couple of years. Todd Bowles is not the right head coach for this football team. And the reason why, you're seeing people leave this team in droves as far as season ticket holders.
Listen,
I know guys that have been season ticket holders for 35 years, Pete, saying that they're never going to buy another ticket for this team until Todd Bowles is fired as head coach.
And I don't understand that because Todd Bowles has done a good job. He's 35-33. I get it. He's only won one playoff game. He's 1-3 in the postseason, but you won 3 straight NFC South titles
against a garbage division.
But I mean, nobody's saying
garbage
that.
Division.
Nobody was saying this.
Bryce Young is finally getting better.
But here's the thing: nobody's saying this when Tom Brady's winning the AFC East all those years. Like it's okay. Well,
come
Tom
on,
Brady,
you know better than that.
I'm just saying.
Tom Brady got his career and got the GOAT status by what he did in the playoffs and winning Super Bowls. It doesn't matter how he got there.
Well, I mean, again, he's winning the NFC South. He's playing competitive football. Is it all on him? I think he could definitely wear it, but I also think it's
a combination. Yeah,
Baker
didn't have a good.
Jason Licht. It's also
Jason
Licht not giving him the defensive weapons, and I think a lot of people say, well, Mike left because of Todd Bowles and the coaching the organization. I just think he wanted a new challenge with the 49ers, and he also wanted to assure himself or, reassure everybody that he's a Hall of Fame wide receiver. And you can't do that with having Emeka Egbuka and Jalen McMillan and Tez Johnson.
He's a lockdown. You know this. That's a silly statement. Mike.
No, because he's going to get but he's going to get more opportunities to, supplant himself in that top 10 of wide receiving yards if he's getting the ball more than he was going to get it here. I think they would have found a way here, but in his opinion, he felt like it was a better opportunity, which is fine. He can think that.
Well, yeah, better opportunity and better offensive scheme.
Right, but they may not even be the best team in that. Evans is not
confident in this offensive scheme.
They may not be the best team in that division, and maybe the Rams with Garrett in that trade. And you go to the toughest division and in NFL football with the LA Rams and the Seattle Seahawks coming off a Super Bowl. There's no guarantee at this point. And oh, by the way, Evans, I love him. I think he's definitely a future Hall of Famer. I definitely think that. I think he was a little bit upset last year with not being able to eclipse Jerry Rice and that 1,000-yard receiving record. I think that also hurt his feelings. But, I think there's a way, too, that he wanted to go with the 49ers because he wants to be close to Jerry Rice. He wants to be a part of their organization. He may think that's a better organization right now than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I'm here to tell you, I think the Bucs are more of a 6-2 team that they were in the first half of the year than what they were in the second half. But it is what it is. You're absolutely correct. Todd Bowles is definitely under fire. He's under pressure. I know there's a lot of fans that don't like him. I think that's more of the fact that he's just not that rah-rah guy that you want, that you had there in John Gruden. But you had fans wanting to fire John Gruden. You have fans wanting to fire Tony Dungy. You want to hire and fire a coach. I mean, this is not what good organizations do. You know this all too well. The Chicago Bears are a quarterback graveyard. They are a coaching graveyard. Why? Because they hire and fire coaches. That's why the Glazers didn't get rid of him in the first place.
Well, they hire and fire coaches and do a bad job of it. And we could talk about how bad the Bears' upper organization has been for the last, for decades now.
I just
we
don't
can
think the
get
Bucs
into
want
that,
to.
but
I
we'll
don't
get
think
into
the,
that at some other
I don't
point.
think the Bucs want to do that again. I don't think the Glazers wanted to do that again. And is there some financial?
Yeah, because they don't want
to
to pay him the money.
They
don't want to pay him the money. If you fire a coach, you got to pay him the contract.
That's most
you got to fire basically the whole staff.
Right.
And they're going to ride this Foles contract out until it dies and see what's next.
We'll see what's next.
I don't know. It's Pete. It's
Travis.
To me. I'm the guy that if the coach isn't working, you get rid of the coach, because I've seen what a good coach can do. We saw it in Seattle. Seattle brings in a new coach. They win the Super Bowl. You see what happened with Ben Johnson last year with the Bears. You see these guys, McVay. You see McVay. You see what happens with them and Shanahan. You bring in these guys, these offensive guys, and it changes things up, and it changes the mentality of the football team. And the proof is in the pudding at that point.
Proof is in the pudding.
Hey, I'm gonna send you that information right now, and it got to be some pudding pops, some Jello pudding pops, baby.
I love
pudding
it.
Pops.
I love it. Travis Bailey of Rocket Sports and Entertainment. Thanks a lot for calling the Evolution. All right.
Absolutely, my friend.
All right, good stuff. Open phone lines. I see you, Trevor, right there trying to call up. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Is he right? Bucs fans, do you feel like that? Is it Todd Bowles, the majority of his fault for what happened last year? I know we're still talking about last year. We're talking about this year, but is it his fault? Let's go out to Trevor. Trevor, welcome to the Evolution here on a Monday night as we are dark here with no Major League Baseball home run derby. Our guy there, Junior Caminero, seems like he's killing it, but I'm going to watch the All-Star game from 30 years ago on MLB Network, and I'm going to talk to you. What's on your mind tonight? Welcome to the Evolution.
Man, I was listening to that last caller. Oh, my God. Like, I'm sure he's a great guy, but we're specifically talking about Bucs here. Man, I disagree with a lot of what he was saying.
Well, that's okay. I mean, I think there's a lot of people that agree with agree with Travis. There's a lot of Bucs fans out there that wanted to see them move on from Todd Bowles. A lot of people wanted to see them move on from Todd Bowles when he had the 0 blitz in the divisional game versus the Rams. A lot of people wanted to see them move on from Todd Bowles after Tom Brady's last year. They're not, giving Brady any blame, like there was a distraction, like I was dealing with the divorce and the offensive line was a turnstile. They just want to blame Todd Bowles for it. I think sometimes the coach gets a little bit too much pub, but I think also the coach gets a little bit too much criticism, a lot like the quarterback. Make no mistake about it, Bucs fans. Todd Bowles is under pressure. Baker Mayfield's under pressure. Jason Light is under pressure. And I'll probably be under pressure if this team doesn't do good, because you guys will be coming for me all year long, but we'll be here to take it, because you know what they say, pressure is what? Pressure either bust pipes or build diamonds. And baby, I am a diamond. I am a diamond in the rough, but I am a diamond no less. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, I'll say this, Peter. He is on the hot seat, meaning Todd Bowles. Bottom line is he has to win, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, I think a lot of the things that the last call said was completely unfair, and I think a lot of the stuff that was said just doesn't make sense. Like, for example, the Liam Cohen situation about how he should have been promoted and they should have got rid of Bowles. We've been there. We've done that.
With who? With Dirk Cutter. Remember that? How that worked out? Everybody's like, Dirk Cutter, he knows Jameis Winston. You don't want to lose the offense there. And sometimes it's like, you know what? Offensive coordinators are not necessarily the best head coaches. We still have right.
And then I know he brought up Sean McVay, right?
Mm-hmm. One Super Bowl, by the way.
One. Yeah. Okay. So he's won Super Bowl and been in 2, right? So here's the thing about Sean McVay. I know this is going to sound really crazy.
It's okay.
Personally, I don't think he's that good of a coach. And here's why I say that. Is he good with quarterbacks? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
However, when he doesn't have talent, his organization, meaning the Rams, which I hate, by the way, they don't have the ability in his era to build a team. They have to go trade for everybody like they're the damn Miami Heat of 2010. And that's how they build their rosters. When they won in 2021, they went out and got Von Miller. They went out and got Odell Beckham.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now, did they have some good pieces? Yeah. Oh, and then they went out and got Matthew Stafford, and they have Aaron Donald, which he's a great player. He's a Hall of Famer. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
But they went out and got that. So what are they doing now? Rinse and repeat. They went out and got Myles Garrett because they feel like they're that piece away from winning it all. Oh, I'm not finished yet. Oh, they went and got Jalen Ramsey when they won the Super Bowl too. So they got all these great players they traded for. So to me, it's like, okay, you literally just basically bought a Super Bowl. So sit there and say, oh, well, Sean McVay, offensive guy. Give me a damn break. He's not that damn good. Okay? He's not, he's some young hot shot guy. I don't give a rat's ass about Sean McVay. Okay? No. And then personally, when we played in week 16, God, I hope we kick their ass, Peter.
Oh, but listen, I've had enough of the Rams. I've had absolutely enough of the Rams at this juncture. I've had enough. They have tortured the Bucs throughout history, whether it was 79, 99, 2021, the last couple of years here. Last year, a disgrace. You get all excited for Sunday Night Football, and you watch that mess. I'm tired of the Rams. I hope the Bucs absolutely stick it to them good.
Yeah, because we definitely owe them.
Right.
And then I'll say this about Baker. Just pay him, man. When he gives us the stability we need at quarterback position, the stability that we've never had. Even you can even put that with Tom Brady. Now, Tom Brady obviously helped us win the Super Bowl and everything. But what I'm saying is long term. I mean, if you think about the most longest tenured guy that we've had in recent history, is you're talking about Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
Okay, then outside of that, what you may be talking about, Trent Dilfer. You know what I mean?
Trent Dilfer.
When you drafted him in '94, and he was from 90. He was there from '94 to 99, and then
I believe he has the most wins. He has the most wins in Bucs history, and Baker Mayfield can surpass that record also, and he can surpass Jameis Winston's record and Tom Brady's record. You could be talking about the greatest statistical quarterback in Bucs history, and people still say he's a bum. Get him out of here.
And I'll be the first to admit, Peter.
Yeah.
When Baker first signed with us, I was not a fan of his. I thought he was just arrogant, stuck-up dude. Just thought he was better than everybody, and I just thought he needed to be humbled.
Yeah.
That's what I thought about him then, before he played for the Bucs. Okay. I'm just being honest. I'm not going to sit here and be some big rah-rah Baker guy like I've always liked him. I did think he had a good season with Cleveland in 2020 when they went to the playoffs and everything. That was impressive. I got to give him his props there. But outside of that, I just thought he was arrogant, stuck up, and just was way over his head. But he's clearly proven me wrong.
Right.
Because the players respect him on the team. He's a fierce competitor. Yes, he was hurt last year. The only thing I would say about Baker that he needs to work on is I think he needs to learn how to take less hits.
Well, but you're right. You're absolutely correct about that. Todd Bowles talked about it, and it's a gift and a curse, right? I mean, what you love about Baker is his moxie and, going after the third and fourth down conversion, this kind of stuff. You love that, but you can't, you can't put your helmet down. You can't put your shoulder pad down on the defensive player and not have an injury. You're not a huge quarterback. You're going to have some injuries. So you got to protect yourself. You got to alleviate those big hits. Todd Bowles talked about this. If it's okay, it's 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, something along those lines, but it's like 4th and 10. Although you convert that 4th and 10 against the Houston defense, you need that because everybody else on that offense is not doing anything. So I don't know. It's so unfair to me. And people go, well, look at the record of Baker Mayfield. And I'm just like, it's almost like, pitching in Major League Baseball. Like, it's such an unfair record to say, well, this guy stinks because of his pitching record. There's more things that you have to put into context there. It's defense. It's hitting, it's scoring runs. It's not just on the pitcher. And we do too much of this. And again, I'm not saying that Baker Mayfield is a perfect quarterback. I never said that. What I said is that the guy could be statistically one of the greatest quarterbacks not named Tom Brady in Tampa Bay Buccaneer history, period. And what he's been able to provide under the contract terms and with the changing of offensive coordinators over and over again throughout his career, not just through the Bucs career, but throughout his career has been tremendous. He's been able to be mature about it, being able to still be productive consistently. I get it. The second half of the year wasn't one of those things. What else, my friend? What else is on your mind?
Well, I think one of the things that a lot of Bucs fans overlook with our team and this whole is when Baker first came to our team, they overlook the salary cap situation.
Sure.
We were strapped in cap hell.
Yes.
We were still paying players from that Super Bowl run, and a lot of them were either leaving the team or they aged and, they weren't the same player anymore, and we've had to rebuild. Like, people don't realize we've rebuilt since that Super Bowl run. It's not like we have the same players and we're paying them the same salaries. No, we had to move some cap space. You know what I mean? We had to restructure a lot of deals, which meant like we had less salary cap space. And when you have less salary cap space, you're not able to go out here and bring in these free agents that that can help your team and all that stuff, especially during the 2023 season, the 2024 season,
right?
And pretty much last year too. And so we basically had to pay the credit card bill these last couple of years. We're finally out of debt, and so that's why you go into this last off season. We signed all these free agents because we finally have the cap room to make the upgrades that we need to improve our team.
Yeah.
But that's for people that understand the business of NFL. A lot of these fans, I'm sorry, especially Bucs fans, they don't know what the F they're talking about. I'm trying to keep it a little PG. But they don't know what they're talking about.
I got you here. I got JP Peterson. Here you go.
F you, F you, F you, and F you. Peace out. I'm going to go have a Guinness.
There you go.
They just think we're supposed to just throw some crap out there, and they're supposed to go out there and perform like the 72 Dolphins every year. And if we lose one game, the hell with Baker, fire Todd Bowles, Jason Wright's trash. It's just everything. They just want to just tear it down. Just burn the whole damn stadium down.
Burn it down. Just burn it all down. That's it. That's it. For no reason at all. They don't have no talent at all on both sides of the ball. Just tear it all down. And then there will be the same people that will complain a year or 2 years later and say, what happened to our team? When is it going to turn around? And I get it. It's not the greatest football right now, but you're still competitive. You're still winning a division. You're still playing in playoff games. It's still meaningful besides, again, last year, which is on everybody's mind at this point. But besides that, and I think it's fair to say that this team, throughout is played for Todd Bowles when they need to play for him, again, besides last year, whether it was injuries, whether it was not having the proper pieces. I mean, it's just a combination of things, Trevor. And then on top of it, you got to give credit to where credit is due. Carolina had a good year. They finally turned it around. Atlanta beat the Bucs when the Bucs needed that win. The Saints beat the Bucs when the Bucs needed that win. So there you go. Trevor, anything else here on the evolution?
I'll say I got one more thing I need to talk about, and then I'll let you go, Peter.
Yes.
I'll say this. If for the ones that say injuries don't matter, next man up, that's a bunch of crap, okay? Now, I get it. Every now and then, there's an exception. Like the last year's 49ers team, they were beat up a little bit, and they managed to make the playoffs. That happens once in the blue moon because that same 49ers team a year before, they were injury prone. They got beat the hell up in 2024, and they got their asses kicked every week.
Yep.
So what I'm saying is, you can't judge that season that the 49ers had last year, which was a good season, and they did battle out with injuries. You can't go and expect that season to be the standard for all injured NFL teams, not just the Buccaneers, but all NFL teams. And then finally, Peter, I'll say this. I've been doing my research. I've been trying to become a better Bucs fan, just looking at history.
Love it.
I think last time we talked about Bucs history, you told me to look up the battles that they had with the Niners back in the 80s. So I did look up a game.
Yeah.
I think it's week 2 of the 1989 season.
Correct.
They played the San Francisco 49ers in Tampa.
Did Ricky Reynolds and what was the score? What was it? 16-14?
It was 20-16.
Correct.
They sacked Montana 4 times.
Correct.
And they picked them off twice.
Correct. And Ricky Reynolds, I believe, had 2 interceptions in that game. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And and Bucs fans, the 89 49ers was like one of the best teams in NFL history.
Ever. They were dynasty team. That was the team that beat the Cincinnati Bengals and Boomer Esiason and former coach Sam Weiss there. Yes. And Ickey Woods, Nicky Shuffle. Yes. Yes, sir. All right. Good history.
But anyway, I'm gonna get off here, Peter. I know you probably got other fans that want to talk to you, but it was good talking with you.
I appreciate you, Trevor. Use the second call if you want to, my friend. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good stuff. I love it. Open phone line 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. We got an update. Let me do the update music. Trevor. Travis was correct. He got me on the right channel here. I am watching the Home Run Derby. And of course, isn't it ironic, right? Don't you think? Alanis Morissette. I didn't think I was going to quote her tonight. Junior Caminero has been eliminated. You can't win. You just can't win tonight. I can win, though. I can talk to you guys about the Bucs. I can talk to you about the Rays. Give me your Rays thoughts. Of course, who you excited about watching tomorrow there in the All-Star Game. 5 Tampa Bay Ray All-Stars. Give me your thoughts on that. And, of course, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, have you changed your opinion on Baker Mayfield with all the injury situation, all the injury news coming out about him today? Of course, the quarterback show, which is on Netflix. So maybe I need to get Netflix. 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. We're live there on TikTok. Appreciate people tuning in right there. Thanks a lot for not restricting me, TikTok. That's always a good thing to not to restrict somebody or copyright somebody. Rex Mode Performance. Hey to you, my friend. Thank you very much for tuning in there on Instagram Live. Facebook stars are open. If you love the content, give to the content. YouTube super chats are open. And, of course, the phone lines are open. 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. All right. I've been neglecting the webheads and the texters here, so let's go ahead and get out to you guys. Rob DePrez right there. Hello. Happy Monday, Peter H. Blake and the webheads. Happy Monday to you.
Oh, yeah.
Got some great things coming with Crew Life. Trust me. Sit back. Put your seatbelt on. Relax, Bucs fans. This is for you. These next couple months are going to be something else. You're going to have to tune in. You're going to have to tap in. You're going to have to show out, come out. Just a little preview right there. Chris Cole says, evening, peeps. Evening to you.
Oh, yeah.
Child of Israel, Baker the Faker Mayfield. Appreciate the comment as always.
This guy sucks.
Let's go out to Steven Stansfield. Hey, Peter, how you doing? Rays are in good spot. 3 games ahead of the Yankees. Yes, 3 games to start. Of course, playing a doubleheader versus the Boston Red Sox. Yankees cannot slump after the lead for the AL East cut down. Baker looks ready to shine with Zach Robinson. And that was another thing. Dan Pompey, longtime writer, he said, what's the biggest move or the biggest pickup for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? And it would have been easy for him to say Kenneth Gainwell from Pittsburgh, Alex Anzalone from Detroit, A'Shawn Robinson for Carolina. He says Zach Robinson. Why? Because he knows Sean McVay's offense. He's going to come in there, bring a new offense. He's a guy that can actually get the ball to wide receivers. I go back to this statistic from our friends there. Joe Bucs fan, love you guys. You guys do a great job. 61 snaps last year with 3 wide receivers on the field together. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin Jr., Emeka Ibuka, all together. 61 snaps. So you had Ibuka, Chris Godwin Jr., and Mike Evans all on the field together, and then you put in Jalen McMillan 61 times. That's it. You mean to tell me that offensive coordinator also is not culpable for the struggles of that offense? Please, I got oceanfront property in Arizona if you think that's true. He's also the reason why that offense struggled. Not just Baker Mayfield in the injury situation, not just the offensive line and the reshuffling, not just your wide receivers and your running back. Your offensive coordinator doesn't know how to get playmakers the ball. I've never been an offensive coordinator, but I know get your best players on the field together, right? Teamwork makes the dream work. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Carl Country Buck Bradley. Hey, Peter from Virginia. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Oh, yeah.
Love that. Brent says, what's up, bro? What's up with you? TJ Hicks. Baker will be fine. Love it. Rob Jr. stepped in the box. Again, he's been eliminated. Let's go out to Sun Devil Dave using his second call. You're giving me an update. I'm watching it already.
Yeah. I think we're in I think the final round is going to be Schwarber. Contreras just got eliminated.
Yes.
Trying to figure who Schwarber is going against now. I think it might go. It's a kid from the Cardinals, Walker.
Oh, there you go.
I forgot his name now.
Must see TV.
I think that's going to be the finals.
Schwarber,
I'm going back and forth.
Who doesn't want to see a good Philadelphia sports story? Who doesn't want to see that?
I know it's in Philly. So, number two, I gotta talk to you about something. Can you keep an eye on Chase Lucas for me?
Yes, I can. What's okay? What do you want me to keep an eye on?
Well, I just want to see how when camp starts rolling around. I want to see how him and the other kid, Alford, if he's still around, that free agent they picked up from the Sun Devils, Alford.
Okay. Well,
if they're doing anything, keep me up posted. What, it starts in about a week or so, right?
Couple weeks, yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Couple weeks, okay.
Yes, sir.
I need to talk to you about something. I'm just really getting irked about this. Mediocre. The definition of mediocre is adjective that means of only moderate, ordinary quality. Something that's kind of neither good nor very bad. Just kind of a bit disappointed. And a lot of these Buck fans I see there also want, we're setting for a mediocre. We're settling for mediocrity. I want to talk about the last 5-6 years for playoffs. There's only 5 teams that have more playoff appearances than the Bucs.
Mm-hmm.
Chiefs, Bills, Rams, Niners, Eagles. Okay, Bucs have 6 playoff appearances, 6 playoff wins, and of course a Super Bowl win. So being in the top 6 out of 32, do you consider that ordinary, just kind of like so?
No.
Is that settling for mediocrity?
Not for me. I mean, again, I'm not a spoiled Bucs fan. I live in reality these days, and I've seen a lot of Bucs bad football, and I get it. Everybody's like, well, Tom Brady's here, and it's expected that Baker Mayfield's supposed to be Tom Brady and all this other stuff, and it's like, no, it doesn't happen like that. But it's nice to win your own division. It's nice to be playing in, football that actually matters, not, looking for a draft pick. That's what
all I'm saying is that some of these Buck fans need to put down the crack pipe, put down the bong. Going to the playoffs 6 times in the last 6 years is not freaking mediocre. Okay.
No.
You could be a Jets fan. You could be a Dolphins fan right now.
Be a Browns fan. Go be a Browns fan.
Yeah, go hang out with the Jags. I know they're doing better now, but look, it's not mediocre, man. 6 playoff appearances. Okay, yeah, they had one rough year, but you know how it was. You were around in the 90s, right?
Sure.
And a couple of before the Super Bowl run, or even 2010s, 2012.
The
how bad
years,
was it?
Awful. It was terrible. You had the Cadillac Williams there in 2005. They win their division at the time, and then they get eliminated by the then Washington Redskins and Sean Taylor.
Right.
2007, they get to the playoffs. They were Jeff Garcia facing the eventual Super Bowl champion, New York Giants. They score a touchdown, and then after that, the Giants go out to shut the Bucs out. At that point, go on to win a Super Bowl, beating the Patriots, who were undefeated. And then after that, you didn't win a playoff game until 2020 when Tom Brady came there.
Until 2020.
There's no chance for playoffs.
This is not a mediocre team, guys. No. Okay, just chill out. It could be a lot worse. We're in the top 6 of playoff appearances in the last 6 years, so everyone needs to chill the F out.
Yes.
Just be thankful what you have, man. Just like it's Thanksgiving here in July. Be thankful, all right?
Man, I need some Thanksgiving.
And also, Baker Mayfield may not be a top 5 quarterback, but I'll put him number 6 or number 5 behind, Mahomes, Burrow, Jackson, and the second coming of Christ, Josh Allen.
Well, Burrow can't stay healthy. That guy can't stay healthy.
Yeah. Well,
and he's great, but he can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
You could say the same thing. Everybody's like, oh, Joe Burrow. Oh, what's he ever won? What's Lamar Jackson ever won? Lamar Jackson, people are trying to, some people are like, he needs to leave Baltimore. He hasn't been it's 2-time MVP, but he hasn't won anything in the postseason. So
that's true. So I just wanted to go over that.
Yes.
Be happy. This is not a mediocre team.
Yes.
Okay. I don't care what these guys are saying. It just irks me. So, it's going to be Kyle Schwarber and Jordan Walker in the finals.
Awesome.
They're ready to go.
That's exactly what I was watching.
Netflix, so.
Exactly what I wanted to watch on Netflix tonight. Thank you. That's exactly what
Pay her $7.99, Peter, and get your Netflix.
I got it on right now. I just got it on too late. Travis Bailey of Rocket Sports Entertainment. And pass it on.
You got 5. Right. You have up to five devices. I got a couple buddies on it, so you're not doing anything illegal.
No, not at all. No, not at all.
I won't talk to the FCC. We're good.
There you go.
Hey, thanks for wasting my time again. We'll talk to you Wednesday. Have a great night.
See you later. Nothing illegal here, sir. Nothing. Baker will be fine. Good Bull sucks, says TJ Hicks. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Trevor says, what's up, Peter? What's going on with you, my friend? Yeah. Let's go out to Chris Cole. Come on, Peter. Get with the times. Get Netflix. I had Netflix before. I'm not paying for it. 12 home runs for Junior. This is old. She's not old. I love my mom right there. Former future agent. Beautiful mother. Friend her if you want to. Watching the best sports talk show in the Tampa Bay area, the Sports Web. Baker will be fine. He's a great quarterback. Go Tampa Bay Ray. She says, go Tampa Bay Ray. So Ray's up. There you go. Gotta love that. TJ Hicks says, exaggerated of this negotiations. No, I don't think it's exaggeration. Sun Devil Dave Jr.'s in the second round. I'm watching. Brent says they were healthy most of the second half of the season, and they all still play bad. Well, Baker wasn't healthy. And again, I threw you that statistic, 61 snaps when the wide receivers were all on the field together. And by the way, when they were together on the field, they were averaging a grand total of 6.5 yards. 6.5 yards on first down opens up your playbook on second down. 6.5 yards on your second down makes the third down conversion go down to 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, instead of 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 12, things like that. But somehow your offensive coordinator escapes, again, culpability because he was new, but he can't get the same guys on the field together but 61 times. And when he's able to get the guys on the field together for 61 times, 61 snaps, you've got 6.5 yards. Amazing. My mind is blown at this point. You mean when you get different wide receivers on the field together with Mike Evans, Emeka Buka, Chris Godwin Jr., Jalen McMillan, when they're all on the field together, they're going to cause mismatch nightmares, right? That's what it's all about in the NFL, mismatches, and you can only do it 61 times. Please, open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. TJ Hicks, bot, true. It's a ploy. I think it's a ploy. So if he plays bad again, are you going to say he played bad, or are you going to give me more excuses? I've said he's played bad. I've said he's played bad over and over again. I said he's played bad on this show. I've said he's played bad on Bucs Latest. I never said he didn't play the greatest football. He's got a lot to improve on. You've got to do a lot better than 26 touchdowns and 11 interceptions and 13 touchdowns and 9 interceptions in the second half. I've gone through these numbers over and over again, Brent. I've said he is not a perfect quarterback. He has lots of things to improve on. But to sit here and be naive and say that injuries are not a reason for him not playing better in the second half, or again, the reshuffling of the offensive line, I continue to go through this over and over again. Like I feel like a broken record over and over again. I continue to say the same thing. I don't know what you guys want from me. Let's go out to Chris Cole. Okay, thank you very much for the update. What's up, Buccaneer fans? Thank you, Roger, right there. Greenberg for tuning in on both YouTube and Twitter. I saw that. Yeah. What? You don't know anything. I was a lifelong Tampa fan since 1976. I appreciate that. I've been a fan a long time, too. I didn't say you didn't know anything. I'm just saying it's not exaggerated at this point. This quarterback is playing through multiple injuries that are serious, that are definitely going to hinder his opportunity to be successful. Is that fair? That's the question for the night, Bucs fans. With this injury report, has it changed your opinion of Baker Mayfield in his play last year? 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. This is not a Super Bowl roster. Why is this not a Super Bowl roster? Tell me why this is not a Super Bowl roster. Why can't this be a Super Bowl roster? Why can this not be a Super Bowl roster? What is this team missing right now, Brent, in your opinion, to not be a Super Bowl roster? Because they may surprise you. And I would laugh. I would just laugh to the bank. By the way, if you're telling me they're not a Super Bowl roster, tell me what the lottery ticket numbers are tonight. Tell me what's in the future. Because nobody thought the Seattle Seahawks were a Super Bowl roster either, my friend. Nobody thought Sam Darnold was going to be a quarterback, was ever going to win a Super Bowl. And guess what happened? That's why you play the game. That's why it's a long season, a week-by-week league. Who the heck knows? This defense may be able to turn it around with these young kids. Maybe I don't know, Kalijah Kancey being healthy on the defensive line, that may shift some things. You can't focus on Yaya Diaby because now you have Ruben Bain Jr. on the other side. I know it's wishful thinking. Rookies don't come in right away, but maybe this guy's different. Who knows? Who knows? I know 6 players in the last 10 years that had double-digit sacks. Maybe this is one of them. Like to sit here and say, well, it's not a Super Bowl roster. Well, why? And then people go, well, they lost all these players from last year. They were an 8-9 team. Do you want them to bring back Jamel Dean? Jogging Jamel Dean. By the way, again, Joe Bucs fan. Great nickname. Jogging. Definitely jogging. Definitely not hustling. Jogging. Falling down. Who's another player that they lost that everybody was up in arms? I mean, I get it. Mike Evans is gone. Lavonte David is gone. Okay, you lose, your legends, your defensive leader, your offensive leader. That's tough. Everybody else, defensive tackle that went to Houston, he didn't do nothing. You want to bring him back? Why? Then you want to sound the alarm. Oh, the Bucs got rid of all these players. They were a bad team. Somebody had to be accountable. You want to bring all these bad players back from that bad team? That makes no sense. Make some sense here. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Abe Carter says, excited for the upcoming season. Defensive line is going to be a lot better. 12-5 if we can stay healthy. I like it. Brightside Broadway says, let's go Bucs. Let's go Bucs.
Wait up, little boy. Wait up.
Let's go.
It's exciting.
Let's go.
We got the dub, baby.
We get lots of dubs at this point. Shut some of these Bucs fans up. That'd be fine. That'd be nice. All right. So thank you very much for that comment. Brent says, good job, Bucs media, for setting the bar so low, convincing the fan base to celebrate. I know. Because every team every year should go 13, 14 wins. That's how it should be. I'm sorry. We set the bar so low at this point. I'm sorry, Brent. This is not the team that you grew up on. Or maybe it is the team you grew up on. Is this the team you grew up on? Tell me when you were a fan, Brent, when this team was winning 13 or 14 games this season. Tell me. Give me a call on the phone lines or put the comments in the box. Bucs fans, tell me when's the last time, besides the Tom Brady years, that this team won 12 to 13 games. You have to go all the way back to John Gruden. You have to go all the way back to the Tony Dungy years with double-digit wins, and still wasn't good enough for some of you Bucs fans. Tell me, please, give me a history lesson on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and how they've been great every year. My goodness. Baker's still my quarterback. Love, shake, and bake right there.
Shake and bake.
All right. Roger, what's up, Buccaneer fans? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Joe says, hey, Tampa Bay. The Bucs know how to shine. I like it. We got that right there for you. Brent, it's 8 quarterbacks coming out of the draft that can do what Baker has done. What can those quarterbacks do that you know that everybody else doesn't? There's 8 quarterbacks. So it means that the Bucs would have to be one of the worst teams in the National Football League in order to get one of those 8 quarterbacks. By the way, the last 10 years, how many quarterbacks have won Super Bowls? Jalen Hurts won 1. I'm not going to say he won 2. He's won 1. Patrick Mahomes 3. There's 2 quarterbacks right there. Sam Darnold 1. Who else? Ryan Pickett? Is that his name? What's his name? Pickett? As a backup? Who else? Who else is a quarterback? Your boy Josh Allen hasn't won anything. Your boy Lamar Jackson hasn't won anything. Who else? What quarterback? Caleb Williams? He hasn't won anything. Bo Nix hasn't won anything. You think that drafting a quarterback guarantees you to win a Super Bowl? Where? You want a Patrick Mahomes. You think Patrick Mahomes grows on trees? Where? There's only one Patrick Mahomes. There's only one Tom Brady. And let me tell you something, even if you get a franchise quarterback like you think that Josh Allen is, he looks like John Elway. John Elway didn't win any Super Bowls for the longest time early on in his career. You know why? Because he didn't have a running game. He didn't have a defense. He didn't have a total team around him. Quarterbacks can't do it all. I'm sorry, guys. This is an imaginary thing that you guys think that quarterbacks can just do it all themselves. It's not how the game works. That's why you have to have a defense. That's why you have to have an offensive line. It's why you have to have skilled players in positions. It's why you have to have coaching. It's why you have to have special teams, which was god-awful for the Bucs last year that nobody continues to talk about on this show. It's all quarterback. Brent, who are you referring to? 8 quarterbacks. Joe, injuries and players, unions fault. Players need more time and pads during summer and better conditioning. Agree with that. Abraham, Baker Mayfield injury list from 2025 is significant. 8 different injuries listed, putting him on injury reports 10 out of the 18 weeks, and yet he didn't miss a game. Only 2 did not practices and 9 LMTDs. Thank you. Appreciate it. Scott, you want to talk about the same Jets or the Steelers? It could be so much worse. It could be so much worse. Thank you. You want to talk about the Jets? Let's talk about the Jets. How good are they? Is that mediocre football for you? Well, what are the Jets? Let's trade. Brent, you want to be a Jets fan. Go be a Jets fan. Geno Smith is there. Did he get just arrested? Wow. What a genius. What a great job by Geno Smith. And hopefully it wasn't AI. But seriously, I mean, they brought him back as a starting quarterback. So the Seattle Seahawks moved from Geno Smith to Sam Darnold, won a Super Bowl. Geno went to the Raiders, couldn't do anything there. He goes back to the Jets. He's going to do something there. You want to be a Jets fan? What have the Jets won? When's the last time they won a Super Bowl? When's the last time they won a playoff game? Playoffs. Open phone line, 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. I think the head coach is a big issue, but I always hope the Bucs go all the way. But is Bowles the guy to lead us to the Lombardi? It's a great question. I think it's a fair question. I think that's more of a fair question than say Todd Bowles sucks. He's got his coaching. He's got some coaching things that he does himself. Travis mentioned he plays to lose. The zone defense, the conservative game calling. He's done that. We know that he got involved with the play calling last year because the offensive coordinator couldn't get the same players, his playmakers, on the field together because he was practicing game plans during practice and not doing them during game time situations. So that may have had an effect, too, on why Todd Bowles wasn't a great coach. But he has his fair share of problems, too. Is he the guy that can do it? I think he can. I mean, again, I don't have the lottery numbers, but here's a guy that's played in the league a long time ago, who's when he had the defensive weapons and the horses, he's been able to win a Super Bowl, right? His team, for the majority of the time, has played for him when they got their backs against the wall. I think it's the game management situations, right? It's not playing to lose. It's being aggressive. It's believing in your team. It's when your special teams problem, you don't just kick it in the end zone because your special teams is bad, although they were pretty bad. That was a problem. I think it's also fair to say that Todd Bowles has been handcuffed by the fact that he hasn't had the defensive talent. Is that fair? Is that a fair assessment? Hassan Reddick, was he on a milk carton last year? Kalijah Kancey was hurt. You had Yaya Diaby. He's getting doubled. Who else did you have on that team that could do something? Elijah Roberts showed some flashes of brilliance, but who else? Savasi Dennis, not good. A linebacking situation. That's why he's getting challenged right now by Alex Anzalone. That's why you draft Josiah Trotter, right? You try to upgrade that situation. Roseboom from Carolina. I mean, if you get pressure up front, it takes the pressure off of the back. Is that on Todd Bowles? Yeah, a little bit. But if you don't have the weapons to run the defense that you want to run, is that all on him? Is it fair to blame him? I think a lot of people would say the Bucs have, a defensive front now, according to BA, that they're very excited about. They've been excited about since 2020. Like they have plenty of talent there. Now, can that talent transition over? Can they stay healthy again? We'll see. I think the excuses are by the wayside because I think it starts with Reuben Bain Jr. and ends with Reuben Bain Jr. And if he comes out and does what he did with the Miami Hurricanes and he's that dominant force, That takes the pressure off of everybody else. We agree? Open phone line, 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. Good question. Very good question, as I hear the housemate in the background. Red Sox fan. What's good, Peter? What's good, Webheads? What's good with you?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go out to Abraham. Weeks 3 to 18, he was injured. 6-2 first half of the season. Carried the Bucs on his back with a decimated roster. And I always go back to this. People go, well, he hasn't won any big games. How many fourth quarter comebacks did he have last year, guys? When he was hurt, fourth quarter comebacks. You're beating Houston. You're beating Atlanta. You're beating San Francisco. You're beating Seattle. Seattle on the road in a gunfight. An offensive display there. Just beautiful. Defense optional, but a beautiful game. You guys forget that. Again, bad taste in your mouth from the second half. I get it. Could have beat the Dolphins. Should have beat the Dolphins. Should have beat the Saints. You got to turn the page now. This is the new season. My question for the night is, with this injury report, do you feel differently about Baker Mayfield? Put the comments there in the box, of course, and get on the phone lines if you like. 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. All right. Lavonte, stay retired. It's all good. You have done more than enough for us. Let's get out to Lavonte David as he was talking to Kevin Clark of NFL and ESPN about Ruben Bain Jr. He says, I knew Bain already. I reached out to him after he got drafted. He told me, man, I wish you would have just waited one more year. And I was like, in my mind, like, maybe I should have. But, the deal is done already. I'm out, my guy. But I told him I'm definitely going to be there to be supporting him and stuff like that. He also says about Todd Bowles' defense, which somebody asked me, how does David and his players feel about Todd Bowles? They love him. They play for him. Some people were loafing last year. We heard that Lavonte was loafing. Well, there was injury. He said he was loafing. We heard from Yaya Diaby the juice wasn't there. Is that on coaching? Yes, it's on coaching. Of course it is. But they love Todd Bowles. They love to play for him. He also still believes in this defense. He said, I definitely have high hopes for these guys, man. The roster, I can speak on the roster. The roster is amazing. A lot better than what it was last year. Can we all agree on that? I think we can. He said about coaching, possibly. He said, I consider it. Right now, he is, if I get into it, I know I'm going to be locked in. So it's something that I may do down the line, but right now I'm going to enjoy this retirement that I have. Well, we know that, Lavonte David retired because he wanted to spend more time with his daughter, which is honorable. Absolutely great. He didn't have the time to spend with his daughter. Great. Go be a father. Absolutely. You have nothing else to prove. You're a future Hall of Famer, whether anybody likes it or not. It's the same asinine people saying Baker Mayfield and his win-loss record is not good enough will be the same people to say, well, Lavonte David didn't play for a lot of winning teams. Look at the numbers. Numbers don't lie. He's right up there with the greats in his generation. He deserves consideration. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. It's a stupid statistic. And he's also won a Super Bowl already. Defensive leader on this team. He's a guy that's on the spot. He's a guy that can cause turnovers, who's done it multiple times in his career. He's right up there with Brian Urlacher and Ray Lewis, whether you like it or not. He is. That's the numbers. I can't change the numbers. I can't screw with the numbers. The numbers are the numbers. Right? Hip-hop reference. Men lie. Women lie. Numbers don't lie. Tape doesn't lie. Open phone line, 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. I like that one, by the way. I'm just going to continue to say that over and over again. We knew he was playing hurt. The point he was still playing. And imagine if he was playing at 100% with a healthy offensive line. Boom, there it is. Boom goes the dynamite.
Oh, yeah.
Update here. I guess Schwarber has, Jordan Walker has 9, and I guess he has to be Kyle Schwarber, who has 11. So he has one swing left. So he has to hit a home run, and if he doesn't, then it's over. If he hits a home run, then he gets, so he hits a home run deep to left field. Where's Chris Berman at? That is gone. So now he has 10. So I guess he gets another swing until he strikes out. I don't think he strikes out, but until he hits like a pop out. So those are the new rules that I was informed. Home run derby changing rules every year. the dunk contest changing the rules every year. Nobody still cares about the dunk contest. They could change all kinds of rules, change the dunks. Nobody cares. Just eliminate the dunk contest altogether. Baker should have sat his ass down if he was so injured. He clearly didn't do nothing for us being injured, correct? Laugh out loud. I still think he gives you the best chance to win, especially, again, this is on your front office, right? I think this is on Jason Light. He also has to be held responsible. Teddy Bridgewater, we thought he was a veteran presence. He was a quarterback that was ready to go. He wasn't. They knew it. That's why they play with Baker. Whether that was the right decision or not, and again, I don't think it's all on Baker Mayfield. We got a update here. It is tied 11-11. Walker still with a swing left. So he is waiting for the perfect swing. Deep drive to left. He has surpassed Kyle Schwarber there, breaking the hearts of all Philadelphia Philly fans. And I could say thank you very much, Mr. Walker. It's that bias for Philly fans. I'm not a Philly sports fan at all. I don't care. It's the worst place. It is the worst place of all time. I've never been there before, and I know this already. 2 of those turnovers were not on him. You know I'm right. Hey, Peter, hope life is going well for you. I hope life is going well for you, my friend. Thanks a lot for stopping by.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go out to King Cook. Stop complaining about the Netflix. You damn near get Netflix handed to you. Every cell phone you upgrade to get a Netflix account. Let's get up to speed, people. It ain't that hard to find. Well, I expected, and now I'm watching it, I expected to be on MLB Network or ESPN. And instead, I go to MLB Network. They're showing an all-star game from 30 years ago. Explain it to me. ESPN, they're showing a summer league game. I don't care about summer league basketball. I barely can watch the regular season of NBA basketball. Why would I care about the summer league?
That's good enough to suck right there.
And you know this, King. I always complain. You complain. We all complain here on the Sports Web. Open phone line, 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. Only 5 home runs in the second round for Junior. So there you go. Thank you very much for the updates as late as they are. I love it. Got tired in the second round. That's okay. Todd is my coach, says Brightside Broadway.
Oh, yeah.
Jason is my GM. King Cook says Bowles does a piss poor job of managing the entire team. You can't just coach the defense and injury report. That's all he ever talks about. He definitely has to do a better job of game time situations. We've talked about it over and over again. But he's not going to have to coach the offense. That's not his forte. He wants an offensive coordinator. That's why Bucs fans should be excited about Zach Robinson coming here, because the last couple of years here with that line, or with the running game there in Atlanta, it's been top 10. So can you do the same thing with Bucky Irving? Can he come back from injury? Can the offensive line stay healthy? That'd be nice. The people complaining need to have a history lesson. Nah, I don't need a history lesson. They just want to complain. Miami, LSU, USC, Ole Miss, South Carolina, UT, Oregon, Ohio State. How many quarterbacks out of those that you think? Laugh out loud. Thank you, caller, says Brent. Chris Cole. JR is out. Broadway. The fans that are complaining can go to the Jaguars or walk the plank. Brent. Peter, stop with the promotion of Baker. We all hope he plays well this year. It's time to tell the truth about Baker. What's the truth about Baker? What have I not said about Baker or should say about Baker? You tell me, Brent. Tell me on my show what I should say about Baker Mayfield. Give me a call right now or write it in there. Let's do it Brent's way. Let's crap on Baker every chance we get. Let's say the Bucs don't have a quarterback. They don't have a Super Bowl roster. Woe is me. The season is already over before it started. You didn't play one damn game. You haven't laced up one sneaker. Nothing. It's over with. It's over, according to Brent. Brent can see all. Brent is a psychic. Go and call the psychic hotline. Brent's got you covered. He knows the lottery tickets too. This is not a Super Bowl roster. Let Baker go to the Super Bowl roster and be a game manager. Okay, Chris Cole. That's all right. Let him go. Let another quarterback go to a roster where a defense is in place, where coaching is in place, and where he could be successful. Like Trent Dilfer and Steve Young and Doug Williams and Chris Chandler had some success, right? Getting the Atlanta Falcons to the Super Bowl, and Vinny Testaverde. Yeah, that's okay. Let the quarterbacks go out the door. Let them go win a Super Bowl. You love that. Evans will be disappointed when he doesn't get a lot of the targets in San Francisco. King Cook. We are nowhere close to contending on paper with this team. It's just facts. Bucs fans should be ecstatic to be able to make a wild card slot for real. I disagree. Come on, fam. You really think Shanahan and Purdy not going to utilize Big Mike? That's cap, my friend. Well, that's your opinion. But I know Ian Beckles came on and on this show and said in so many words, he believes that Mike Evans is getting 500 to 800 yards. He's not going to get what everybody thinks he's going to get. So it may be cap. But also maybe the truth because Evans is getting up there in age at 32 years old. Again, this is not about your feelings. This is about the numbers showing it. What did he do last year? Oh, he was injured. Oh, it's okay for Evans to be injured. Let's not talk about that. Let's not have the same energy. Cook, Bucs mediocre. All right. I still love Mike Evans. Always will. Abe, yes, beat the Rams. Ass, please. Remember the hamstring issues that are recurring. It will be 33 years old when the season starts. King Cook again. In 3 years with the Bucs, Brady had 108 touchdowns to 33 interceptions. He deserves a Ring of Honor slot. I don't care what any Bucs fan says about that, period. Yes, I agree with you. The most important Super Bowl in Tom Brady's career was the one that he won with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Why? Because it alleviated the conversation that he couldn't do it without Bill Belichick. He was able to do it without Bill Belichick. Agree with you completely, wholeheartedly. You'll get no disagreement. Then drafting an edge rusher was a bad pick because the Bucs have never developed an edge rusher, but you still have to draft an edge rusher, right? I don't think this is the time to draft a quarterback right now. I think this is the roster where you have a veteran quarterback. I don't think you're rebuilding this roster to draft a quarterback. Is that good enough for you? Doesn't need to develop. Let him rock and play ball. Lamar says, Aloha Peter H. Blake. But according to Peter, it was a bad pick. We shouldn't draft a quarterback because of the past. I know we should draft a quarterback and make sure he doesn't develop. And then we can make all kinds of excuses for him and give him 5 years and then say he's a bust. Again, it's a crapshoot. But Brent, can we stop talking about Baker already? Let's stop acting like he's elite. He's not. He is who he is. If he was elite, the Glazers would have paid him already. They will pay him eventually. Trust me. Exactly. Thank you, Curtis. National media is only talking about the Bucs because of Baker's contract, nothing else. What does that tell you about Bucs fans? I think they're talking more than just about Baker Mayfield. I think they're talking about the improved defense, Ruben Bain Jr. We've talked about the linebacking core. We've talked about this whole team over and over again. What are you talking about? I saw Peter cover the draft live. He loved Ruben Bain's selection. He was live with J.P. Peterson, Blake Anthony, and Louis Lateo, of the Frozen Pyra podcast. We couldn't even win the division last year with the softer schedule. Now we got the 10th hardest schedule. Laugh out loud. And they don't got a hard schedule. I'm sorry. That's wrong. All right. Let's go. King Cook. And it's also keep us engaged with the team, but we know it's all cap. Of course, it's all cap. All Buccaneer fans need to know that every year it's going to be adjustments made for any scenario, good or bad. I believe with healthy Pirates and healthy captain, the Buccaneers will run a tight ship. The standards for the Bucs are very low. Yes, because the standards for you are very high. I get it. You ain't lying. Broadway. Give Trevor my 2 calls tonight. He is on a roll. He definitely was on a roll. Exactly, Trevor. Keep it up. Sun Devil Dave, going to root for PCA tomorrow. King Cook, what would Liam have done with that offense last year during the second half of the season? Let's keep it real. Well, it would have been a lot. You're right about that. But I don't know what he would have been able to do with all the injuries that he had on the offensive line. I think it would have been a little bit more difficult than 2023 or 2024. Is that fair? I don't know what he would have done with it. 3 rough years. I don't think there were rough years with Baker Mayfield, but okay. Thank you, Dave. Exactly. Love you, Peter. Exactly right. Brent, 1995, when I became a Bucs fan, I see why this team has been bad. Why have they been bad? Why? Tell me, Brent. Why have they been bad? Because of your thought process of getting rid of a coach every 2 to 3 years. Because of your thought process getting rid of a general manager or an offensive coordinator or a good player and not letting him develop. That's why they've been bad. They've tried to get over doing that. You want them to go back and do that. Josh Allen's a way better quarterback than Baker, and he's won exactly 0 Super Bowls to prove your point. What is your point? We know that you love Josh Allen. It takes a whole team, not just one player. Thank you. Brent, so in your mind, because of the past being 8-9 is good? No. Again, don't twist my words. I said 8-9 was a bad season. They have lots to prove. But they have won 10 games. They have won 9 games. They have won an NFC South. They have beaten a Philadelphia Eagle team that eventually won a Super Bowl the next year. Did you forget? I did not. If the OC was doing his job and Todd was doing it for him, then not all the blame is on the players. It's on the offensive coordinator. Yes, which is why the offensive coordinator lost his job. This is why people with conditional team shouldn't have a podcast, because you guys will always be biased. Listen, bro. Listen, I'm going to tell you something, okay? And then I'm going to be real clear about this. Like, I appreciate the support, but taking shots at somebody who does a show for you for 2 hours when you provide absolutely nothing to the conversation besides negativity and nonsense, I like you to try to do this, because you couldn't do it. You couldn't do 1 minute. You couldn't do 1 second. You couldn't do 1 hour. You couldn't do 1 day. You couldn't do 1 month. You couldn't do 1 year. You couldn't, because people will be turning you off. Because everything that you say about, oh, the Bucs are mediocre, that's it. Oh, Baker's this. I want to show you mediocre. Like, I hope, I don't hope, but I hope one of these days the Bucs are so bad that you go, well, he may have been right in the first place. You know, I kind of missed that 8 or 9 or 10 win seasons when they won the NFC South. Hello, Sports Web. I've had a long day. My dog is sick and trying to take care of her. We'll take care of her, damn it, Jim.
Damn it, Jim. What the hell is the matter with you?
All right. So go Buccaneers. Let's go out to Chris Cook. They will be Baker's biggest season, even when he gets paid. Got to step up. Big play. James, I think Tampa Bay's season will be better without Mike Evans this season. King, facts. Brady was determined to win without Belichick, but they put pieces around him to win. They had a defense that was built for him so Todd Bowles could run that defense. People forget these things. Why do you forget these things? Why do you forget about Shaq Barrett? Why do you forget about JPP? Why do you forget about Ndamukong Suh? Why do you forget about Vita Vea, who people wanted Josh Allen drafted instead? Wrong. Sorry, you were wrong. Jason Light was right. They got Vita Vea. He helped win a Super Bowl. Mr. Williams, welcome to the Evolution.
Good day, good night.
Good night, good day.
One thing we are not going to do is not that. Are we going to do that?
What are we doing?
I don't know who that is.
Who, Brent? My biggest
Trying
fan?
to trash my quarterback.
He's trashing the quarterback. He's trashing the media. He's trashing my podcast, which, by the way, I don't think it's a podcast. I think it's the evolution of sports talk television. It's a cross between a radio and TV show with streaming platforms. A podcast is what you guys do on your cell phone. You record it, you edit it. This is not a podcast. This is the evolution of sports talk television. Get it right. All right, go ahead.
But right, evidently, man, the young man don't know what he's talking about. But hey, that's him. Everybody have their own.
Sure, you can have his own opinion
about the book.
Absolutely, sure you can.
And you can tell real fans and you can tell fake ones.
Do you think this team is mediocre? You watched this team a long time. You think this team is mediocre right now?
Not at all.
Not at all. What do you think is mediocre? What's mediocre to you? Let's go ahead and throw that out there, Bucs fans. What's mediocre to you?
All right. Well, I'm going to tell you, man. All right. Yeah. Yeah, we lost a couple of games. Yeah. We was injured. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But for him to come at Baker Mayfield like that, Baker done played a whole season hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Baker played a whole season hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But though, for you to say, oh, let's get rid of him, don't pay him. Come on, man, you sound sick.
Mm-hmm.
You really do. You sound sick. We gonna pay him, and we gonna pay Vita Vea.
Mm-hmm.
We are gonna have everything we need except him.
Well,
Okay?
they're going to have to. They're going to definitely have to.
Because look, their first home game is on my birthday. Okay, their first game is on my birthday.
Okay.
And whoever that is trying to tell my broadcast, man, he need to quit it. Cause he sound like he hates me.
Well, he may hate me, but I just hate the points of him that he makes over and over again, that this is the reason why the Bucs are in the situation they're in is because of media saying that we're mediocre, making this team mediocre. We're not. We're telling the truth.
No.
I mean, I think, again, King Cook says 8-9 mediocre, 9-8 mediocre, but you win a division.
No.
You're mediocre.
No.
I think mediocre is like 4 to 5 wins a season. Would that be mediocre? Or is that abominable?
Yeah.
What?
Look at where Baker came into where he at now.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, right. And everybody thinking, though, without Mike Givney, Baker ain't gonna be the same. Oh, yes, he is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, and I got some update here. I'm going to read this to you, King. I got this off the internet. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the 10th to 12th toughest schedule for 2026 NFL season, with their opponents combining for .491 winning percentage in 2025. Puts their slate slightly a harder side of the league average, playing highly competitive games against both NFC and AFC North. ESPN also has them at 12th in the NFL for strength of schedule. And the SOS rank for handicapper says it could be the 10th to 23rd toughest, depending on projections and models. So you could sit here and say this is a tough schedule, but I think it's definitely more of a favor, especially with often road games not having 2 consecutive road games. The projection right now is 10 to 23rd. So you don't know. Like, you could sit here and say it's a tough schedule every year, but again, injuries happen. And teams are not as good as they were the year before. It's like the Bucs were bad last year to everybody's. They were. Doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be bad this year. Same thing with everything else.
Nah, right. We fixed on our defense what we needed to. Jason Wright did a good job. To me, he did.
Right.
And they're right. Everybody holler about 5 Tarbos. No, keep Tarbos there.
Right.
Because it ain't there another coach out there.
Right. I mean, that's another thing. Well, who is the coach you're going to replace them? Oh, anybody, any offensive-minded coach, because they're supposed to come in there and do what they're and just turn it around just like that. So.
And it's not going to happen.
It doesn't always happen. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying it doesn't always happen like that.
Yeah, and then if we would have drafted a quarterback, for what? Oh, when you already got a veteran standing out there.
Right.
That already know the players.
Right.
You feel me? But, yeah, man, I'm going to let you finish up. But, yeah, man, I got tired of hearing that guy.
All right, man. I appreciate you.
All right, man. I never love, man.
Appreciate you, Mr. Williams. Yes, sir. All right. Good stuff there. We'll read the rest of these comments. We'll get out of here for the night. Brent wouldn't last 15 minutes on the podcast because he would be saying the same things over and over. Fans would turn off him in a heartbeat. Again, this is, I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate the support. If you like what I do, great. If you don't, move on. Move on to another podcast or another live streaming show. Feel free. I don't know if there's one out there in Tampa, but go ahead and feel free. And there's plenty of them, plenty of choices. I mean, they got great ones. The Joe Bucs fan, the Pewter Report, Locked on Bucs. There's all kinds. Bucs Latest, that's mine. I do that one too. That's a podcast. That's recorded. I'm going to record that afterwards. That's not a live show. So if I screw up, if I say something, you can call me out on it. That's totally different from a podcast. But you can have your choices. You don't have to tune in here and listen to this. You don't have to listen to me being mediocre if you don't. If you think I'm the mediocre media, that I'm the cause for the Bucs losing, or I'm accepting it, I'm not accepting it. I'm not going to sit over here and say this is the worst time in Bucs football. I know what the worst time of Bucs football. I experienced it. You experienced it. I just hope the running back room is strong this season. I have higher standards now. Better if we're not floating about 10 wins a season that we're really talking about. You have higher standards now? What happened? Was it the Brady effect? Okay. We'll see. We'll see if it turns around this year. I think they have over 10 wins. Would that be good enough for you? If they have 10 wins and they still lose in the first round, do you still want to fire Todd Bowles? There's a good question. Brent has gone too far. Go do your own show. It's okay, Broadway. It's all right. Won't he get many touches as CMC because CMC is the best player in San Francisco. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for tuning in on Instagram Live. Broadway says, love the sports web and Bucs latest. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right, we will wrap it up here as we are almost to 11 o'clock here doing a 2-hour show commercial free, by the way. But you know what? Let's go out to one of our commercials really quick. You don't have to go far. It's Up the Block Barbershop, right? Here we go. Up the Block Barbershop. You don't have to go far. It's Up the Block Barbershop, 4946 Moog Road in Holiday, Florida. Whether it's a haircut, a beard trim, a fade, they got you covered. Go see my favorite barber, Ricky, and all the great barbers there at Up the Block Barbershop. Tell them the Rolex reporter, Peter Blake, sent you again. It's Up the Block Barbershop, 4946 Moog Road. Let's go out to the phone lines. Broadway, you're on the evolution of sports talk television live here at Raymond James Stadium after your Bucs fall to 6-3. Go. Can't wait to be out there again. I miss that place. I miss that place when I'm out there covering the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I miss that place when I'm out there covering USF Bulls, which we need to talk more about. We definitely need to give them some love because it could be an exciting season for them also. Thank you, Peter. You're absolutely correct. If this team wins 10 this year, then it's definitely an overachiever. All right, let's go out to the phone lines. What's your name? Where are you calling from? You're on the Evolution.
Man, it's Lamar.
Lamar,
Aloha.
What's up, boss? How you doing?
Not too bad, man. I just wanted to let you know how much I appreciate you. Like always, you got all these, few haters.
Oh, bro, I know you. There, I know you appreciate me. I appreciate you, man. I definitely.
No, I dislike the haters. They need to go to another team if they don't like their own team.
Right.
Which is so disrespectful,
Well, I mean, just saying, this is the reason why the Bucs are the way they are. This is the reason why the fan base is the way it is, because of mediocre sports media. I'm like, no, we're sitting here trying to do a job and give you some positivity. I'm trying to tell it like it is, which I've done. I never come on their show and said Baker's the best quarterback in the league. I said he could be one of the top quarterbacks in the league. I said he had a problem last year. He needs to fix it. But to sit here and also say, well, the reason why his play wasn't great last year is because he had to deal with multiple injuries. It's also naive. And then say, well, you're going to drop one. Well, again, that's a crapshoot. I continue to go back to that.
Yeah, he's a bum. Anyways, he's a bum. We need a thing that says he's a bum.
He's a bum? Oh, I got that.
A bum. There you go.
I got that one. I mean, I got all that.
Dude, slam it. Bum.
Bum.
Anyways, I appreciate everything that you do for us on your time.
Thank you.
On your dime.
Yeah.
Busting your ass for us,
Thank you.
So I highly appreciate it.
Hey, man, I appreciate you.
Because without individuals like you, we won't get like the scoop, the ins and outs, the beautiful conversations that you have when you're out there in the stadium live talking to retirees, players, etc.
Yeah.
People don't understand. They really need to be more appreciative of what you do.
Well,
providing news for us. You're not just, I don't consider you a podcaster.
Thank you.
I consider you like a live newsman. You're giving us information, scoops, from your other peers, because you got a lot of peers too. And you guys are shooting shit back and forth with one another and giving us all everything that we need to know.
Yeah, I try my best. I try to provide as much Bucs content as I can.
And I'm not in Florida, right? I'm originally from Hawaii and I'm in Oregon, so I'm like.
Don't you feel like you're in Florida after watching the show sometimes? Doesn't
Oh
it
yeah,
take you
absolutely,
there? Right.
Absolutely.
There it is.
There's absolutely. And I only go there from time to time because I have a niece, that's out there. But yeah.
Good, man.
Buccaneers all the way, man.
Love it.
1996. Let's go. Buccaneers.
It is 2000. It is 2026. It's not 1996. If it were 1996, we may be talking something different. But you're exactly right. It is 2026. I love the Buccaneers sign in the back. It's great. I've incorporated about my show. I appreciate you as always, Lamar. Mahalo to you, and we'll see you here on the evolution of Sports Talk Television soon. All right.
Yes.
All right, my friend.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you. Go Bucs, all right?
Okay. Go Bucs.
All right. He says go Bucs, go Bucs.
Wait up, little boy. Wait up.
Go Bucs. Go Bucs.
Fire the cannon.
Go Bucs. All right, we'll read the rest of these comments. Well, you I don't know why you double tapped that. That wasn't good. Why you got to be haters, though? We just want more for our team. I agree with you. It's okay to want more for your team. But, to have wholesale changes every year like you guys want, I think you guys got to keep it in perspective here. Where's this team at right now? Let's see what they do in a year here for this year. And then we can talk about it. And we can say, okay, then you guys were right about this. Or you know what? They turned it around. It's a different season. It's a different club at this point. That's Peter Blake. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Thank you, Peter Blake. You're very welcome. Cook, the talent on this team alone is why they're 10-win. Agree. Again, does it mean that they're going to be able to translate that? I hope they do. All right. One more last story, and then we will get out of here for the night because I got to record Bucs Latest, which is the news Bucs Latest podcast, which is a podcast. I love podcasts, by the way. I just don't consider this one. But every day, this is your fan. This is your fan test for Bucs fans out there. Like and subscribe to Bucs Latest every day, 10 to 15 minutes on YouTube, as we give you daily Bucs information. If the sports web wasn't enough, if that was true, we would win the Super Bowl. Talent is 10% fam, 90% a mental game, 90% a mental game, physical game, coaching. There's a lot to it, but there is talent on this team. I can see why Chris Cole is excited, but it's okay. I understand also why you would be a little bit cautious, if you will, Cook. That's okay. Let's go out to Tristan Wirfs. He dropped down to number 3 in the ESPN top 10 offensive tackle rankings. The kid from Penei Sewell, number 1 offensive tackle. And then, of course, you've got Trent Williams, who is now the number 2 tackle, as Wirfs last year was number 1. They say last year, number 1 battled a knee injury that cost him 5 games. He's undoubtedly elite and one of the best sized agility athletes in the game, but evaluators saw uneven moments last season once he returned. Wirfs still posted the 3rd highest pass block win rate among tackles, 95.5. His rare talent should keep him in the top 3 for a while. He makes the very difficult look extremely easy. As one NFL exec said, there's probably another level he can still get to. Still so much untapped potential. Could be the best player on this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team at this point that nobody talks about because it's an offensive lineman, but it's a guy that not only could be the best left tackle in the league, he's still young, but also just the best overall tackle in the league, and they have him at number 3. You forgot about health. You did. Chris, you're right, because the Bucs can't brainwash me. Okay. I like your podcast. I appreciate it. Again, though, I don't think it's a podcast. I think it's a little bit different than a podcast. The podcast is recorded. I appreciate you liking Bucs Latest. That's a podcast. This is completely different. But call it whatever you want to. I don't care what you call it, right? It's a live streaming show. It's a live streaming platforms. Commercial free usually. We do a little bit of commercial time here. Can you please hit I'm excited button for Bucs fan from North Carolina, because I am. It's exciting. It is exciting there, Scott. And I like your show, but just call it like it is. I did. I call it like it is. I've been calling it like it is. I didn't tell you anything that you don't already know. But to sit here and say Baker's a bum, let's get rid of him. The quarterback messiah is in the 2027 draft. I'm telling you, be careful what you wish for, because it is a crapshoot. And how I tell you that is why I tell you that is because the stats prove it. Patrick Mahomes wins 3 Super Bowls. Jalen Hurts wins 1. Sam Darnold wins 1. Out of the last 10 years, can you name another Super Bowl champion? Sam Darnold, right? That's one. Anybody else? It's a crapshoot. For every Patrick Mahomes, you have a Josh Allen. Would you be happy with Josh Allen on this team? I think you would. You think that Josh Allen was going to win with this team? With this defense? I doubt it. He couldn't win with the Buffalo Bills. They're a better defense than the Bucs were. Do you think you're gonna win with this Bucs defense? I doubt it, but okay. Wirfs is the best O lineman in the league. Everybody knows it. He just played because he plays for the Bucs. Go Bucs! Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Wait up, little boy! Wait up! It's exciting!
It is exciting.
Fire the cannon!
Absolutely excited. Love when you guys get excited. Let's see. This season's gonna be amazing. Damn it, Jim. Bucs latest. Yes.
Damn it, Jim. What the hell's the matter with you?
Great podcast. I love that. Love it. Hope you guys tune into it. All right, we'll wrap it up for another edition of the Sports Web. Like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. Facebook stars are open. YouTube super chats are open. We're on TikTok, Instagram Live, Twitter. We'll be back on Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. I promise I'll probably have some guests because, I love talking to you guys by myself, but it's nice to have some guests to kind of, go off of, have some different perspective here. But I appreciate all the time. Appreciate you, Brent. Thank you very much. Let me go out to Brent here. The team is not ready to win a Super Bowl. Take the money you give him and build the team. I disagree with you. I definitely think this could be a Super Bowl roster. You're just not looking at it because you have a bad taste in your mouth. Great show. Thank you, Chris Cole. Appreciate you. As always, we'll keep it down for the housemates in the house. Again, like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. 3 things. Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And, of course, for Go Bucs fans, Bucs Nation, the Tampa Bay sports fan, it's your time. We'll see you next time here on the evolution of Sports Talk Television. And as we always say here on a Monday night, Go Bucs.